And as I was pouring the drink, a fucking rat fell off the top of the refrigerator and landed on my arm, scurried down my fucking arm, and ran away.
I am Batman. I mean, average sniper.
Another story about something that's been stressing me out forever. Fucking rats. I think I mentioned it before, but not in detail. So, when I moved into my grandma's house, she told me this story about how she had a couple encounters with rats. Well, poor thing, bless her soul, didn't realize that there was a rat infestation in the attic. And when I moved in, I fucking saw rats everywhere. Like, if I would go out to get a drink or to the kitchen or to the bathroom late at night, there would be rats everywhere. Just like, and they were getting into everything in the kitchen. And I'm like, how has she been living like this? Well, she didn't know. She's very old. Just didn't know what was happening. So I call an exterminator. And the dude comes out. And he says, you have a serious problem. I was like, no shit. Fucking rats running across my feet at night. Yes, I know it's a fucking serious problem. So he gives me a quote. $1,500 fucking dollars. $1,500 to get rid of the rats, right? And he says he can't guarantee it either. But what other choice did we have, you know? Oh, nice little fight there. What other choice did I have? So, me and my grandma split the bill. $1,500 to get rid of the rats. He finds all these holes on the outside of the house and the roof, and he patches them all up. And I'm pretty happy. He says it might be a little while until all the rats disappear. And this guy was like the nicest guy ever. Like, he talked about, he liked South Park, and I really like South Park, so I was like, this dude is awesome. Like, he's definitely, and he seemed like he knew what he was doing and everything. Well, the problem never got better, you know. And he came out, and, you know, I would tell him, like, I found a hole inside the house, and he's like, it's really not about the holes inside the house, it's about the holes outside the house, you know. And I was like, I get that. If they can't get in the house, it doesn't matter how many holes are, like, on the outside of the house, you know. So I totally got that. Well, the problem never got any better, and because we live in a townhouse, he basically told me that the rats are coming from another one of the buildings that I don't have access to fix, and there's not really anything I can do about that unless I get access to the whole building, and he would have to get the neighbors involved and all kinds of stuff. I was like, well, I guess there's nothing we can fucking do then, so I started putting rat traps down. I started doing it myself. Well, and it never got better. Still infested with rats. So a couple months later, very recently to now, we had a small air conditioning problem. Oh, some real players. We had a small air conditioning problem, and I had to call an AC guy out to take a look at why the AC wasn't working. Well, and I warned him before he went in the attic. I was like, bro, we've got a rat problem, so be careful. You might run into some rat traps up there, so be careful, you know, I told him. And he was like, all right, cool, thanks for telling me. And so he fixes the AC problem, but before he leaves, he calls me outside, and he says, I think I know why you have a rat problem. And I was like, oh, do tell, because I paid somebody $1,500 fucking dollars to fix my rat problem, and now I got this AC guy over here. It's not even his job, and he tells me he knows why I have a rat problem. So I'm like, okay, tell me why I have a rat problem. What's going on? And he brings me outside, and he shows me this massive, massive hole, 2 massive holes, where the air conditioning unit goes into the attic. And I was like, how long has this been here? And he said, oh, since you got your unit installed. When was that? And I said, that was a couple years ago. He said, so these holes have been here for a couple years. I said, well, I just had a guy out here, like in January, that I paid $1,500 for to close up holes. And the guy looked at me, he's like, wow. He's like, was he like not a professional or something? I said, no, he's like one of the best rated rat companies, rodent control companies around here. And the guy's like, wow, that doesn't even make sense. You know, like, how could he miss this? Like, this is so obvious. And I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I don't know. So long story short, the rest of the building tenants also reported rats. So we got a company to come in, and we all the residents here split the bill, and it only ended up being an extra $500, and it seemed to fix the rat problem after they closed up the obvious holes that the other guy that I paid $1,500 to missed. And I was so upset. I've never written a bad review in my life, but I was so upset because I don't know if you guys have ever lived with rats, but it was one of the most emotionally trying times of my life. Trying to hide the food and making sure the kitchen was spotless all the time and there were no crumbs anywhere. Catching the rats with my own traps and having to kill them myself. And it was awful, guys. It was a fucking nightmare. When I say a fucking nightmare, I mean it was a fucking nightmare. And to know that my problem could have been fixed this whole time if the guy I paid $1,500 to actually did his job, even though he was like a really nice guy and everything, you know, he missed these massive holes. So I went on the Better Business Bureau website and I gave them a really bad review. Long story short, they decided to give me a partial refund that kind of covered the work I had to pay for the other guy to actually close the holes. And ever since we got those holes closed and the last rats, and I killed the last rats, I murdered them in rat traps, I haven't seen any more rats. Keeping my fingers crossed. Keeping my fingers crossed. But what a fucking nightmare it's been. What a fucking nightmare it's been. And just to think that just because somebody didn't do the job that I paid them to do, I had to deal with crazy rat infestation, and oh, it was horrible. It was one of the worst times of my life dealing with that. Like, I don't know if there's anybody in the chat that's lived with rats before, but ugh. It was one of the most awful experiences I've ever had to deal with on like a long term, you know. Because when you think about rat infestation, you think, oh, it must be a dirty house with like dirty people. Like, no, me and my grandma are like spotless, bro. It's just these massive holes that were on the outside of her building where they were getting in. And they were just like attacking the kitchen and getting into cabinets, and like they were insane, bro. It was just insane. But yeah. That's my story. The worst part that happened is one time it was like midnight and I went to the kitchen to get a drink, and as I was pouring the drink, a fucking rat fell off the top of the refrigerator and landed on my arm, scurried down my fucking arm and ran away. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck was that, bro? Oh, both of that. The rat and the guy in the truck. I don't know what he was doing. Get me out of here. I'm a Klingonian. I hated having to kill them. But they were everywhere, man. And sometimes they would get stuck in the traps. Here's the worst part. Sometimes they would get stuck in the traps. Oh my god, I'm gonna get reported for cheating for that one. Definitely getting reported for that one. Sometimes they would get stuck in the traps and they wouldn't die. And I would have to pick... Oh shit, there's a car. I would have to pick up the fucking... That's not gonna make it to me, is it? Oh. That grenade totally made it to me. He's a good player, but he's avoiding the fight. Smart player, but he doesn't want this gunfight. Oh, he just wanted to reposition like a bitch. You little bitch. You're a little bitch boy for that move. He shoots my tire out, then he runs away. Nah, actually, that was a smart move. That was a smart move. So anyway, sometimes the rats would get caught in the traps and they wouldn't die. So I hated seeing them suffer, even though they were awful to live with. They were literally just creatures that are doing what they're born to do, you know? So I would, and the guy told me to like drown them, but I didn't want to fucking drown them. I'm like, that's pretty cruel. So I would take them outside and I would just drop like a 50-pound brick on them. Just instant death. Like, instant fucking death. And I hated doing that, but can't live with rats, man. You're gonna get sick and they carry diseases and they're eating the fucking food and all in the kitchen. It was awful. What an awful experience. It is better than letting them suffer. I was so annoyed by the rats, I thought, man, I would like to torture these fucking things. But when it came down to it, I did not want to torture them or hurt them. I just wanted them out of my house. So when they got stuck in a trap and they didn't die, I would take them outside and just end them really fast so they didn't suffer. No hard feelings, rats. You invaded my house, I had to get rid of you. I'm sorry. You do your job, I do my job. So yeah. I think we finally got rid of the rats. What a crazy experience. Yeah, my poor grandma's been living on her own for the past 10 years since her husband died. She lives off Social Security, so she doesn't have enough money to do house repairs and stuff like that. And the older she gets, the more senile she gets, I guess, and just doesn't notice things in the house that are really wrong. So ever since I moved in with her, I've had to spend so much fucking money, like fixing the house and paying for rodent removal. And like, I swear, man, don't let your older relatives live alone. Don't let your older relatives live alone. You might think they're doing okay, but they're really not. Like, the condition of this house I thought was okay when I would just come to visit her, but once I moved in, I realized it was far from okay. Like, she really needed somebody taking care of her, but she never told anybody she needed help, you know, until it became obvious. So if you have older relatives, don't forget to check in on them and make sure everything's okay. Not only with them, but with the state of, like, their house, wherever they're staying, you know. Because you never know what bullshit they might be going through and they don't even know. Or they're too embarrassed to say or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, now we need to find some rats in PUBG. You're right, man. You're right. Alright, I'm gonna chill here. Gangsta moves. Assassin's Creed moves right there. I didn't know I could do that, but I did. Yeah. I don't think this guy's actually here. And I knew it. It didn't seem like he was actually there. Are any of us really there? If you know what I mean. Looks like we have a little bridge block here. Let's get on that bridge. Richard Lopez, what's up, man? Thanks for the $5, bro. Let's hear it for Richard Lopez with the $5 dono. Good to see you, Richard. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. I don't have the donation notifications on. There we go. That's why I'm not hearing them. There we go. Thanks, Richard. Appreciate that, man. Anytime you're on this bridge, or any bridge, you kind of make yourself a target. So you got to deal with, like, random people shooting at you from, like, a mile away or hiding somewhere close with a VSS. You never know, but it is fun. Oh, we're in the top 10. Nice. And the zone is on South Island, so definitely a bridge block. But like I said, people don't really have to come over this bridge. They can go under it or, you know. I think they can go under it. Oh, wait, no. There's actually a good bit of water under there, so that's cool. Hey, I got one of them. I got one of them. Alright, here comes a car. Hey, got another one. I think I just saw him. No, I did. I don't know where he is. He's over there somewhere, but I can't seem to figure it out. Now he's going crazy. He's like, I can't hit this guy. I can't hit this guy. It'd be nice if I could see him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could see this guy, I would love to see him, but he's completely invisible. Wherever he is, he's invisible. I'm almost tempted to let him kill me, just so I can see him. Could he be on a roof? He's very close. But like I said, I can't see the guy. Oh, there he is. Look. I finally saw him. He's up in that building. That was a headshot. I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting a lot of headshots in this game that just aren't registering anymore. I don't know why. I don't know why. See? Headshot. Headshot. Didn't register. The damn headshots. Oh, somebody else is shooting at me now. There's only 5 alive. I gotta be careful. I snuck out on him. Hey, there's the other guy over there. So I'm the guy stuck on the bridge now. That's my own damn fault. Might be able to pop this guy. The other guy in that building has got to leave shortly. This guy, I don't think he has to leave. That guy's gonna have to run. I don't know where this guy is. There's so much places they can take cover, I just don't know. This guy's shooting me from the building, but he's about to be in the blue. Doesn't he realize that? Don't you realize you're in the blue, man? Oh, now you're gonna die in the blue. He's dead. We got him. We got him. He stayed in the blue to take shots at me, and now he's dead. Somebody just killed that guy. I don't know what's going on, actually. This is pretty intense right here. I'm just using whatever cover I can find, honestly. If I can figure out where that guy is. Just want to heal up a little bit more. Probably somebody in there, too. I don't really want to move until I have to. That poor guy in that building there that just kept shooting at me. Oh, man. I finally got one hit on him, and then he died in the zone because he was, I don't know, maybe he was too scared to move, or I feel bad for him. He was annoying, though. He was really annoying. All right, 2 enemies left. Let's get my head in the game here. I've got full health now. I'm chilling. Can I jump out? Is it okay to jump out there? Ah, that guy was waiting for me. I think I can do this. I might have just got myself killed, but let's see. Oh, I did it. Now I have to sneak into the zone. This guy's gonna shoot at me again, for sure. There he is. He's on the roof. I know where he is now. He's on the roof. Oh, he's gonna have to come off the roof now. Not at this exact second, but eventually. It's just me and him. Maybe I should try and get a position on him. If I can get healed. If he lets me heal, that'd be awesome. He's gonna have to... You're gonna have to come down and deal with me now, buddy. Let me heal again, bro, please. That grenade went right up there. That was cool. All right, let's chill out. Let's chill out. He's got to come to me. Don't really have any cover. 1, 2. Grenade you. Oh! Oh, best ending ever. Talk about your people holding their camping positions in the final circle until the last second. God damn. Now that was an ending.